Moha means भ्रांति. I am जीवा इति भ्रांति. मोह. कहाँ शोकः? क्या शोक होगा? ज्ञान में क्या मोह होगा? ज्ञान में क्या शोक होगा? Means what? In knowledge there is no moha, no shoka. This word moha you must understand well. Moha means not attachment. In common parlance, what is moha? Supposing, I have got a lot of moha for my children. I have got a lot of moha with my house. I have got a lot of moha. Moha means you use it in the sense of attachment. But in the Shruti, moha does not mean attachment. Moha means bhranti. Misunderstanding is called moha. When you take the rope for snake, that is called moha, bhranti. When you take post as ghost, that is called moha. Similarly, when you take yourself, the Brahman, as jiva, I am only this jiva, that is called moha about yourself. Just as I can have moha about something else, I can also have moha about myself. It's possible. Therefore, here it is said, well, in the knowledge there is no moha, in knowledge there is no shoka. Ekatvam anupashyataha, for the one who sees oneness. That means in the knowledge of oneness, in the knowledge of Atma as Brahma, ekatvam anupashyataha means the one who sees the ekatvam. Ekatvam means that the Atma is Brahma. In that knowledge, no moha, no shoka. That means jnanam dismisses moha, jnanam dismisses shoka. Jnanam dismisses the moha. When the moha is gone, shoka is gone. Iti mantravarnat. इस प्रकार के मंत्रवर्ण होने के कारण से. Not only that, Shruti itself says that knowledge is capable of destroying ignorance. Other Shruti also comes. I mean, the Shruti is being quoted here to prove that knowledge is not for nothing. Knowledge does solve the problem of ignorance and error. Tarati shokam atmavit. It is said, atmavit, the one who knows oneself, called atmavit. Tarati shokam, he swims across the sorrow. Tarati means, taran karta hai. Shokam, sorrow. You understand? Taran karna, like sansara sagaram. Sansara sagaram, samudra taranam. You know samudra taranam? Going across the samudra. This sansara also is like samudram. Like samudram. And therefore it is tarati shokam atmavit. The ocean of sorrow you can't really cross without the knowledge. In fact, you never cross the sorrow. You understand there is no sorrow. यहाँ पर तो समुद्र तो असली समुद्र है. संसार समुद्र तो भ्रांति सिद्ध है. भ्रांति में दिखा पड़ता है. It's like, you go to a desert and the whole desert appears like an ocean. The whole desert appears like an ocean, like mirage ocean, mirage water. Now you start wondering as to how to cross this ocean. How to cross this ocean. Then somebody comes and gives Upadesha, you don't have to cross it at all. Understand, there is no ocean. So he takes you to that mirage water and makes you discover there is no water. That means what? It's all gone. It's called knowledge. I tell you what knowledge can accomplish, nothing else can accomplish. We always value things and we always really subordinate knowledge. We give a stepmotherly treatment to knowledge, whereas things are very important to me. I give the highest priority in life to things. And things must matter, things do matter. When things are, I feel great. When things are not there, I feel depressed. That means I have been valuing only things. But I never feel depressed when I have no knowledge. People, because you don't have self-knowledge, it doesn't matter. But if you don't have things, can you say that it doesn't matter? Very few people say it doesn't matter if they don't have things. Very few people say, very thoughtful people. Takes a Mahatma to say that it doesn't matter and mean it. And therefore man always gives importance to things. He always feels the absence of things, but he never feels the absence of knowledge. When all that matters is knowledge, he never bothers about it. And therefore here anyway, knowledge accomplishes everything. Sarati shokam atmavid iti. Another shloka is quoted. Vidyate hridaya grandhihi. Vidyate hridaya grandhihi. When there is knowledge, the heart knot is rent asunder. Meaning, there is as though a knot within me. There is a knot. Knot is nothing but, I am Deha is called a knot. You know, you tie yourself down to the body. This is called knot between Atma and Deha. A mistake between Atma and Deha is called knot. Called Hridaya Grandhihi. Grandhihi means a knot. Hridaya Grandhihi means, Hrit means Atma, Ayam means this body. Therefore it is a knot between Atma and this body is called Hridaya Grandhihi. Is it clear? Hrit. Hrit means, you know, if you divide the word Hridayam, how do you divide it? Hrit and Ayam. Hrit and Ayam. Hrit plus Ayam, combine them. Hrit plus Ayam, Hridayam. इतना तो समझ सकते हैं ना. हृदयम को अगर डिवाइड करेंगे तो क्या होगा? हृत अयम होगा. हृत मीन्स आत्मा, कॉन्शियसनेस. अयम मीन्स दिस बॉडी. हृत अयम मीन्स व्हाट? द आत्मा एंड द बॉडी. ग्रंथि ही मीन्स ए knot. A knot between Atma and Anatma. A knot between Atma and Deha. Is it clear? And what is the nature of this knot? It's not some kind of a knot, really knot. It is not means a mistake. The very conclusion that I am nothing but this Deha is called Hridaya Grandhihi. Vidyate is broken. In knowledge, this Grandhi, this knot is broken. Vidyate Hridaya Grandhihi. Chidyante sarva samshaya. And all doubts about oneself are gone. Chidyante are broken, are destroyed. Sarva samshayaha, all the doubts. All the doubts about oneself also are gone. Then kshiyante chasya karmani. All the karmas also are gone. Means prarabdham, sanchitam, agami, ityadi, whatever karmas have been there in my account, are all gone. Kshiyante chasya karmani. Tasmin drishte paravare. When that Brahman is known. Paravaram means what? Tasmin drishte, when that is known. Paravare, which is param and avaram. Param and avaram means it is param Brahma and it is also aparam Brahma. Meaning what? It is both the timeless and the time bound. It is param from its own standpoint, and all that is avaram called jagat is also itself. It is not away from the jagat, it is the truth of the jagat. Like even the rope is rope, and the snake that I see in it is also in fact the rope alone. It is not snake. It is the rope that I see as snake. Therefore the rope is rope, the snake is also rope. It is rope only, there is no snake. Similarly, Brahman is Brahman and the Jagat is also Brahman. As Jagat it is avaram, as itself it is param. It is called paravaram. So this particular shloka also explains away that the knowledge does solve the problem. The knowledge does eliminate self-ignorance. It destroys my karma. It destroys my identity with Deha. It destroys my samsara. It destroys all the doubts. That means knowledge does solve the problem. If knowledge is not going to solve the problem, then there is no need. So knowledge does solve the problem. Ityadi Shrutibhyascha. This kind of Shrutis, all these Shrutis make it very clear that the knowledge is fruitful. It is not an embellishment. It is not some, like, French is an embellishment. Many people learn French just to speak a few words of French in a party, a few words of German. Instead of that, if you learn Sanskrit, it will bless you. You can attend some Gita class. All these people who are there at home, all people, many people, educated people, they waste their time. That they waste their time, I am not worried, but the way they waste their time. The way they waste their time. You learn French for what? You are not going to go to France and live there. Kya milega? Just a fancy. As long as you don't become realistic, you will be in fancy. Either a man is in fancy or he is realistic. You have to be down to earth realistic. By learning French, what will you learn? What will you give? Nothing. Not that you are going to get a job in a French company. Because if they want to give a job, they will always give to a person who is originally a French. Why should they give to you? If an Indian Sanskrit Pathshala has to give a job to a Sanskrit teacher, they will not give to an American who has learned a little bit of Sanskrit. हमारा विद्वान को देंगे, भारतीय विद्वान who is full of scholarship of Sanskrit, we will give him a job. But anyway, these people learn a little bit of French, a little bit of German, a little bit of Chinese, this is all fancy. उससे अच्छा अगर संस्कृत if you really learn, you will learn the heart of this culture. What is this culture? Ancient, the most ancient culture on the earth. The most ancient literature. Will have an access to it. Therefore, Brahma Vidya is not like learning French. I know so many things, little French also I know. It's like an embellishment, ornamental. But Brahma Vidya is not like that. Brahma Vidya solves the problem. It is final knowledge about myself. It is final knowledge about myself. Thus, Brahma Vidya is fruitful. Therefore, one has to, it is worth seeking knowledge. So this will stop. Then a small objection is raised regarding certain karmas. Is knowledge alone is enough, or should it be supplemented with anything else? Is knowledge enough, or should it be supplemented? In fact, we are going to prove knowledge alone is enough. No supplementary. It need not be supplemented with anything. Like when you know the rope as rope, that just knowledge, that knowledge alone can eliminate the sarpa. Should it be supplemented with anything? Should it be supplemented with anything? No. Knowledge need not be supplemented with anything. On its own strength, it can solve the problem. Knowledge all by itself can solve the problem without the aid of anything, without being supplemented with anything. That is the strength of knowledge. Knowledge is something which doesn't take the help of anything to solve the problem. Knowledge all by itself can solve the problem. Therefore, what is worth seeking in life? Knowledge is worth seeking. Swamiji, if we seek only knowledge, then what will happen to our life? I have to live, For living you do anything, that is a different thing. You do some karma, it will bring you certain things and maintain yourself. In order to survive, you have to do something and gain something. Survival program is different from freedom program. Understand? Survival program is what? You do some work, you gain something, and you live. And Vedanta is not a survival program. Vedanta is a program for self-knowledge. The basic problem is solved. Survival is anybody can. Thus we have to understand first the value of knowledge. That objection against the knowledge will come, that we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Tu Sahaviryam Karamavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritav Vande. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranaschakshushrottram Atho Balamindriyani cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Aham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranamastu Nirakaranam me astu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishatsu Dharmas Temayi Santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we are doing that the one who is viraktaha, the one who has understood that he has no escape from the problem. I can escape from this world, but I can't escape from the problem. I can escape when I leave this world, I am not free from problem. When I go to heaven, I am not free from problem. When I leave heaven, I am not free from problem. I can escape from one realm to another realm. I can escape from one realm to another realm. I can escape from one body to another body, but I can't escape from the problem of myself as Jiva. Because wherever I am a Jiva, individual, struggler, seeker. That I am Jiva. I cannot escape from my own Jivatvam. I cannot escape from my own Jivatvam. Wherever I am a Jiva. As a Jiva, I have limitation. I have birth, death, fear of birth and death, vagera, vagera. Therefore, the one who understands changing loka is not the solution. Changing body is not the solution. Changing a given pleasure or changing one pleasure, changing from one pleasure to another pleasure is not a solution. Changing from one realm of pleasures to another realm of pleasures also is not a solution. Changing from one body to another body also is not a solution. The one who understands there is no solution in the creation. Wherever I am bound. Thus the one who has got the virakti for everything, he has understood that nothing in this creation can free him. Therefore he has no interest for things in the creation, and therefore he is not involved in struggling for them. He is not involved in struggling for them. He has no interest for anything in the creation, therefore he is not struggling for them. Therefore he is relaxed. I don't want anything in this creation. He is called Viraktaha. For him alone, for him, where is the Adhikara? Adhikara is in Brahma Vidya. A person who has grown out of things in the world, a person who has grown out of all sadhyas and sadhanas, he has no adhikara in karma, he has adhikara only in Brahma Vidya. He has adhikara in Brahma Vidya. If a person has value for things in the world, then he has no adhikara in Brahma Vidya. A person who has value for things, he has adhikara in karma. He has adhikara in karma. If he has no value for things in the world, if he has understood the limitation of everything in the world, then he has adhikara in Brahma Vidya. Then he is a student of Brahma Vidya. Adhikarito hai, adhikar bheda must be understood. You must look at yourself that you are adhikari for what? You have adhikara for what? If I have value for things, I am adhikari for karma. If I still have illusions about the things in the world, mind can always work up the values for things. It is just a kind of tendency of the mind. Because we always imagine, we apprehend dangers. We apprehend dangers. And how do we fight the dangers? By more and more things. By fortifying ourselves. The dangers that we apprehend may not happen. And if it really happens, whatever you might have accumulated is not going to be enough. If it doesn't happen, it has no meaning. If it really happens, kuch nahi karenge. One cannot really escape. Therefore, the mind's tendency is to work up all the time apprehensions. And then we develop value for things. Thus, if a person has a lot of value for things, then he has adhikara only for karma. If a person is out of that natural tendency to work up apprehensions and to work for things, value for things, then he has value, he has adhikara only for Brahma Vidya. This also we have. And Shrutis have been quoted also, that how for a mumukshu there is Brahma Vidya. Now, we go to the next topic. There is an objection. This freedom from jivatvam, freedom from one's own being, jivatvam. It is not freedom from things apart from me. It's not freedom from a thing. Freedom does not mean freedom from a thing. Freedom means my freedom from my being jiva. Like when you wake up, you become free from your being dreamer. Is it not? When I wake up, I become free from myself as dreamer. I become free from myself as a dreamer. Similarly, in the knowledge, the jiva becomes free from himself being jiva. That's all the freedom. It is freedom from myself as jiva. This freedom of myself as an individual, an objection is raised here, can be achieved. This moksha, this freedom, moksha means what? This chutkara from myself as a jiva. Because as long as I stand as a jiva, I am never free, I am bound, I am a struggler. If I cease to be, if I become free from jivatvam, if I become free from myself being a jiva, then for a non-jiva, for the absolute self, there are no problems. For the jiva self, there are problems. For me, the self as a jiva, for the jiva self, all problems. For the absolute self, no problems. Therefore, what is freedom? Myself becoming free from a situation of being a jiva is called moksha. It is moksha from myself. This moksha, now the Purvapakshi says, in order to gain this moksha, you require not only knowledge, but you have to supplement that knowledge with a little bit of upasana. Karma bhi karna chahiye. Because the tendency is to do karma. Therefore, Shastra ke paas aane ke baad bhi karma hi karna chahta hai. The person's tendency is to always do karma. If jnanam itself can solve the problem, then why supplement it? When you come to know the rope, the sarpa is gone. There is freedom from its being sarpa. There is freedom from sarpa. Now, do you have to supplement that rope knowledge with anything else to get rid of the sarpa? Do you have to supplement that knowledge? Do you understand what is supplementing? Do you supplement that knowledge with anything? No. If you don't have to supplement that knowledge with anything, then similarly here also you don't have to supplement your own knowledge about yourself with anything to become free from jivatvam. Just the knowledge frees you from jivatvam. It is called kevala jnana. Knowledge solely by itself can free you from. How the rope knowledge need not be supplemented with any karma or any other thing. Self-knowledge also need not be supplemented with any karma or upasana or any other step to get out of jivatvam. But still the Purvapakshi here takes up the stand that jnanam has to be supplemented with karma. अब देखिए, कर्म सहितादपि ज्ञानात्. Karma sahitadapi jnanat. Meaning through the knowledge supplemented with karma. I have been trying how to explain this karma jnana samuchaya. Ultimately I discovered one word. Let me use the word supplementing. When I go home, don't think I keep quiet. I take up a phrase and then see how to communicate it. How can I drive home a given point, difficult point? Because to drive home certain crucial points in Vedanta is very important. To drive home is very difficult. Samuchayaha, jnana karma samuchayaha simply means a blend of jnanam and karma. Combination of jnanam and karma. I have been using all the terms, but I always found the students were not. They say, what is all this? I myself used to feel it was not really communicating. Then I thought over maybe this word supplement, a new word, and I found it is working. Supplementing means what? It is itself not enough, therefore something else is necessary. Therefore is knowledge. Knowledge by itself is not enough, but it has to be supplemented with some kind of karma. This question doesn't arise in the case of Rajju Sarpa. When you wake up, that waking up itself is enough, to get out of the dream. Do you have to supplement that waking with anything else? No. Do you understand, Now here the Purvapakshi says, jnanam supplemented with karma. Karma sahitadapi jnanat. Etat. Etat means what? Jnanam supplemented with karma or upasana supplemented with karma. Etat siddhyati. This moksha is possible. Iti chet, if this is what you have to say. That karma sahitadapi jnanati, you can take it down as upasana supplemented with karma. Actually, neither upasana supplemented with karma nor jnanam supplemented with karma can create moksha. We will go into all the topic later on. To begin with now, there is an objection. A Purvapakshi says, knowledge by itself need not create moksha, but even upasana and karma also can create moksha. Upasana means it is mental worship. To begin with, you can take it like this. Upasana means mental worship. Mental worship, attitude. Karma means physical worship. The simplest meaning of karma is physical worship. The simplest meaning. Meaning what? Which can be really understood by a common man. It has got many other implications which can be ignored. Karma simply means what? A physical worship. Upasana means mental worship. Now here he says, the Purvapakshi says, it is not merely the knowledge, even without knowledge, even physical worship supplemented with mental worship can bring about moksha from sansara. Iti Purvapakshaha. Now, the Siddhanti has to prove neither physical worship can create moksha, nor mental worship can create moksha, nor the blend of both can create moksha, nor jnanam necessitates any supplementation. Knowledge without the help of anything can create moksha, can eliminate the bondage. This is what the Siddhanti has to prove. Now, here it says, na. The next line please see. Na. The Siddhanti says, no. Physical worship and mental worship both together do not create moksha. Why? The Siddhanti says, previously what did the Siddhanti say? For the sake of the knowledge, tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva abhigachet, parikshalokan karmachitan nirvedavayad brahmanaha nastya kritah kritena, tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva abhigachet samitpani shrotriyam brahmanishtam, tatra ko mohakka shokaha ekatumanupachita. All these shrutis have been cited there to show the adhikara of a virakta in jnanam. Once a person becomes a virakta, he has adhikara in brahma jnanam. Now the Purvapakshi means an objectionist says, even without going for jnanam, without going to a teacher, without going into Vedanta, simple jnana karma samuchaya can create moksha. I do physical worship, rituals and mental upasanas, meditations or mental worships. I can do the physical worships, I can follow mental worships. The combination of both of them also do the same job of freeing you from sansara. Therefore, there is no need to go to a teacher and understand all that. For that the Siddhanti says here, no, aisa nahi hai. Why? Vajasaneyake tasya anya karanatva vachanat. Vajasaneyake means in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad ityartha. Vajasaneyake means what? For you, you can understand. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Tasya anya karanatva vachanat. It has been said in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad that karma is meant for something else, upasana is meant for something else. Anya karanatva means anya sadhanatva. That anya karanatva is there, you know. Anya karanatva means what? Anya sadhanatva. Anya sadhanatva vachanat, being mentioned. That means in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad it is mentioned, karma is not for moksha but for something else. Physical worship is not for moksha but for something else. Upasana is not meant for moksha but it's meant for something else. Therefore, karma and upasana are not meant for moksha but they are meant for something else. This has been said there in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Therefore, don't tell me that physical worship combined with mental worship both together can bring about moksha. You can't say this because in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad it has been finally said that karma is not for moksha but for something else, and upasana is meant for something else, not for moksha. मोक्ष के लिए कर्म साधन नहीं, उपासना साधन नहीं, Then what is the sadhanam for moksha? Jnanam. बताइए, कम से कम बताने से संस्कार हो जाएगा. What is the sadhanam for moksha? Jnanam is the sadhanam for moksha, not karma, not upasana. It is said in the Upanishad like this: Jaya me syad. One entertains a desire, let me have a wife. Jaya means wife. May to me syad. Oh, may I have a wife. Jaya me syad. Who entertains this desire? A person who wants to have a son. Praja. Praja means, a son. Santanam. May I have a wife so that I may have a son. Iti prastutya, having begun it in this manner. There is a dialogue, there is a prakaranam, there is a subject matter, there is a topic. That topic is like this: may I have wife so that may I have son. Why do you want to have a son? Because this world is achieved through the son. It is through the son I achieve this world. I achieve this world means it is a belief. Veda says if you have son, you come back. Martyaloka prapti hoga. Martyaloka prapti hoga. So that means who entertains the desire for the son? Who has the desire for Martya Loka? Supposing you want to come back and enjoy the same pleasures which you had enjoyed. There are funny people. There are many people who sincerely believe they will come back and they will hide their wealth and go away. It looks really not true, but it is so true. Therefore, a person entertains the desire for Jaya because he has the desire for Putra, because he has desire for Martya Lokaha. Therefore, here it says, Iti prastutya putrena ayam lokaha jayaha. The Shruti says, with the help of the Putra, ayam lokaha jayaha, this world can be conquered. Through the son, one can conquer this world. Simply means one can achieve this world. Because Putra is meant to perform certain karmas, vagera. All those details are not necessary for you. But the topic here is, a person who is interested in Martyaloka, he will have the desire for the son, and then he will desire for Jaya. Na anyena karmana. Shruti says, Martyaloka prapti is possible only through the Putra, na anyena karmana, not through any other physical worship or mental worship. Just by dint of having the son, one will have Martyaloka prapti. Na anyena karmana means what? Not by any other karma. Then the Shruti says, karmana pitrilokaha. But by physical rituals called karma, pitrilokaha, there is prapti of pitrilokaha. Another loka, which is mentioned by the Shruti. Then vidyaya devalokaha. And through mental worship, called vidya means here mental worship, upasana, devalokaha, there is devaloka prapti. That means by putra, martyaloka prapti, by karma, pitriloka prapti, by upasana, devaloka prapti. Is it clear? These are the three lokas: martyalokaha, pitrilokaha, devalokaha. All these are three lokas. Supposing a person has son, can he have moksha? By having son, does the son liberate you? No. Son does not liberate you. Can karma liberate you? Karma is not for moksha, but karma is for, please listen, karma is meant for what? Pitruloka. Upasana is meant for Devaloka. Putra is meant for Martyaloka. Therefore, now the Siddhanti says, hey Purva Pakshi, don't say that through karma, through upasana, also one can gain moksha, because Upanishad clearly states that karma and upasana are meant for something else, not for moksha. Iti atmana anyasya, other than oneself. Atmana anyasya means other than oneself. Lokatrayasya, the three worlds. Is Martiloka yourself? Is other than yourself? This is a point to be understood. Is Martiloka you, or is it other than you? It's not you. Loka is, you have come into this loka. So the loka is not you. You are not loka. Loka is other than you. When you go to Swargaloka, what will be that loka? Devaloka. Is Devaloka Atma you or other than you? Other than you. Pitriloka, other than you. Martiloka, other than you. Therefore, Atmana Anyasya Lokatrayasya Karanatvam means Sadhanatvam, the means. Uktam Vajasneke, this has been mentioned in the Brihadaranyaka. That means what? Putra has been mentioned as the sadhanam for Martyaloka. Karma has been mentioned as the sadhanam for Pitriloka. And Vidya Upasana has been mentioned as the means to Devaloka. Now can you say that this Loka Prapti is moksha? Any Loka Prapti, is it moksha? This Loka Prapti is not moksha, Pitriloka Prapti is not moksha, Devaloka Prapti also is not moksha. Why? Because in any loka you are a jiva. As a jiva you are bound. In this loka I am jiva, in the other loka also I am jiva. And what is moksha? To be free from being jiva. Remember this statement. To be free means to be free from being jiva. To be free from an individual. That is why in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, again continuation, it is said Tatraivacha, and in the same Upanishad it is said, a person who is not interested either in Martyaloka or Pitriloka or Devaloka, now you tell him, why don't you get married and have a son? Supposing a person who has no interest either in this loka or in the other loka, he is virakta. Now a virakta, you ask him, why don't you have Jaya and Putra? What will be his answer? This will be his answer. Now you see, Tatraivacha, there itself, Parivrajya Vidhane, in talking about renunciation. Parivrajya means renunciation. Parivrajya means renunciation. A person who has a house is a grihastha. A grihastha is one who is present in the house. He has got his own place to live. He has got his own place. He is not a parivrajika. A grihastha is not a parivrajika. He has a place to live. He has a place to live. That is what makes him a grihastha. If I renounce the grihastha ashrama, then where will I live? Another type of house? No. The opposite of grihasthatvam is what is called parivrajyam. When I renounce the grihastha ashrama, then what am I? I am parivrajika. That means I have no house. I have no house. As a sannyasi, where does he live? Does a sannyasi have a house? Sannyasi doesn't have a house. To be the exact opposite of grihasthatvam is parivrajyam. To be a grihastha and to be a parivrajika. Parivrajika means what? The one who has no house, he is on the move. He renounces everything and then wandering mendicant. There is no place. ये हमारा जगह है, ऐसा नहीं होता. हमारा घर है. And therefore, he is a parivrajika. Even if he has got an ashram, but still he is a parivrajika, because ashram is there only as a place of teaching or learning. But actually he doesn't have a place. He doesn't tie himself down to a place. It's a parivrajika. Therefore, here, parivrajya vidhane, while talking about parivrajyam, while enjoining the parivrajyam upon a seeker, when the Upanishad talks about the necessity of parivrajyam, sannyasa, hetu ruktaha, the hetu has been mentioned. What is the reason why one should be a parivrajika? Why one should be a sannyasa? Why one takes sannyasa? Why one has a son? Just please listen now. Why one goes for a son traditionally? Don't think of other things. Why one goes for a son? Martyaloka prapti. I want Martyaloka. Why one goes for why one does karma? Pitriloka prapti. I want Pitriloka. Why one does upasana? Devaloka. I want Devaloka. Now, why one takes sannyasa? Because he is not interested in Martyaloka, Pitriloka or Devaloka.